Welcome to another episode, everyone. Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman. Well, she cries. She's upset over the shooting in Minneapolis, and she's addressing Congress here in the room. And she cries and gets upset and explodes because she feels like they are not having any remorse for what transpired there in Minneapolis. Let's get into it.
Mom doesn't get shot 3 times in the face, so she can go home to her 6-year-old child, and so we can go back to the country I know we are. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.
Mr. Chairman, I have a unanimous consent request.
The gentlelady will state her unanimous consent.
I'd like to enter into the record this CNN news story. Minnesota Investigations Unit, FBI denying access.
Without objection,
case
so ordered.
materials, refusing to work jointly on probe into fatal ice.
It is not, the gentlelady has given the title,
That's the
and without
title.
objection, it shall
That
be
is the title,
in the
Mr.
record.
Chairman. The entire thing is the title. Minnesota Investigations Unit, FBI denying access.
Without objection,
to case
it'll be entered in the
materials,
record.
refusing to work jointly on
Who else
probe
seeks
into fatal
recognition?
ice shooting.
The gentlelady from Texas is recognized to strike the last word.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd ask to strike the last words.
The gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you so much. It is so hard to sit here sometimes because I didn't come to Congress to write laws or to do things that are hurting people. I'm just asking if there's any decency or heart or courage on that side of the aisle. The fact that a woman was killed.
I can answer that for you, Jasmine. They have no heart. MAGA has no heart. Right-wing extremists, no, they don't have a heart. Stop asking if they do. The answer is no.
She was shot in her head and y'all are pretending like nothing happened. I remember when Charlie Kirk got killed. Do you remember what our response was? Our response wasn't to sit there and pretend like it was okay. Is it okay because you have a badge? Because the last time I checked, allegedly no one is above the law. Can y'all not just have a little bit of courage and humanity? A child. A child has lost her mom. And y'all want to pretend that it is okay. I am asking.
That's the whole thing. They're not pretending. When will you people get it? When will you understand? You're talking to a wall. You're talking to people who have no conscience. And it's hard for human beings to understand how other human beings can be this way. So we're constantly asking, how can you be this way? Because they are extremists, supremacists. They believe that only their lives matter. That's why.
If there is anyone that will stand for the very people that elected us and sent us to Congress, you tell us things like, well, the immigrants are bad. And so we got to get all these bills because the immigrants are the ones that are causing the harm. They're bringing the crime. The mayor of Minneapolis told y'all to get the fuck out. Yet y'all are the ones, it is this administration that is bringing crime to their streets. That's what's happening.
It's the third incident where somebody has dropped an F-bomb in this committee, including the video.
I'm sorry.
Including the
Are
video
your
that we had to watch
I
earlier.
Are your
quoted
princess
video.
ears okay?
Is it profanity?
Well, but you're
princess
more
ears
upset
offended?
about my
Representative.
words
The
than
committee-
you are about the fact that a woman
you
is
soft?
House of Representatives.
The gentlelady
Are we
will
offending your
suspend-
princess ears? Are they that soft?
All members will
Well, maybe some of the
suspend.
kids out there.
Mr. Chairman, it is the
You're
gentlelady's
killing
time.
them.
kids.
It is the gentlelady's time. Let's let her have her time.
It is the gentlelady's time. Would you stop the clock for a moment? Okay, and
That was the quote.
I'll restore that. The chair will remind all members that the person controlling the time is not to be unreasonably interrupted. we would further admonish that whenever possible to express the full meaning of something, it be done so without an expletive that may be offensive to people here in the audience or those who watch this on television. I understand that a quote at times is essential, but I would admonish everyone that it has been the practice of this committee for the many years I've been here to use such things as F-bomb in order to get the message out without actually using the word. Notwithstanding that, the gentlelady will be recognized for this time plus an additional 20 seconds. The gentlelady may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Long story short, we are sitting in judiciary and no one on that side of the aisle seems to care that this particular person, whose name we don't know at this point, became the judge, jury, and executioner. I don't know how you square that. And then we're sitting here literally in markup for a bail funds bill. When I first ran for office, it was in the midst of yet another lynching by law enforcement in Minneapolis. At that time, it was George Floyd. I remember working as a pro bono criminal defense attorney to help protesters that were being arrested. There were more than 600 protesters that were arrested in Dallas. There were churches that came together to make sure that there were bail funds. There were nonprofit organizations. And to explain how it works for bail, since we're in judiciary and we're writing the laws, and some people may not understand this, but those bail funds, those nonprofit organizations are not the ones that determine whether or not somebody gets bail. What they do is they help out poor people, which I know y'all are not interested in either. But they help out people that aren't rich and famous and have limitless amounts of money, like all of the Epstein defendants who somehow y'all can't find, even though y'all went and got Maduro. But it helps out those people to be able to get out of jail. Many of those people that if they spend just a couple of days in jail will then be thrust into straight up poverty because they will lose everything. Why it is that you want to criminalize people such as churches that are trying to help the poor because they understand what the Bible says, and they don't just say that they understand it or say that they love Jesus, but they decide that they actually put it into works because faith without works is dead. That is wrong too. And I'm here to tell you that there's going to be a lot of nonprofit organizations that are going to step up in this moment, because there are going to be protests around this entire country because of the state-sanctioned execution that we all saw unfold, unless there is some kind of justice that takes place and we get the name of that officer and that officer is prosecuted. So I ask that law enforcement, we have oversight over them. I am the oversight ranker. Let's go ahead. In fact, I make a motion that we have a hearing in the oversight subcommittee as it relates to this particular issue and what took place.
The gentlelady was not recognized for purposes of motions. Does anyone else seek recognition? Seeing no others.
She threw quite a few jabs in there, of course. You found Maduro, but you don't care anything about this lady. You care about the F-bomb that she's dropping, but you don't care about the 3 bullets that hit Renee Nicole's face. Hypocrites.
Question now occurs on the adoption of the amendment in the nature of the substitute. This will be followed immediately by a vote on reporting the bill. All those in favor of the amendment in the nature of a substitute, say aye. Any opposed?
Okay, there you have it. Jasmine Crockett addressing Congress there at the judiciary hearing regarding the shooting of Renee Nicole Good, the murder of Renee Nicole Good. And she's been fighting with these individuals for some time now. As she said, she got into politics following George Floyd's death, and she's really been there trying to fight for the people, even though Stephen A. Smith has a different take on Jasmine Crockett. And she's upset about what happened with the shooting and how these individuals are here acting like nothing ever happened, like this lady's life did not matter. But, trying to reason with these people is where everyone goes wrong. You're trying to reason with people because you are a good person and you just can't, for the life of you, understand how people can be like this. But you're trying to reason with people who have no emotion, no conscience, and have no reasoning abilities. They don't care. So it's always going to fall on deaf ears and end up just being frustrating. Until you understand and start thinking like they think, we're going to be stuck in the same positions. Stay safe, stay free, and power to the people.